Welcome back everybody for some two-piece TCG action, and today we're going to be playing a non-meta deck. I fell in love with the deck, mainly because I did end up pulling an alt-art pudding from my OPO 8 boxes, and I decided to see what the deck actually does, and it is bonkers going first. It can ramp up so fast, and on your opponent's 6 Dawn turn, you'll be at 10 Dawn, and at that point you're just winning no matter what, in my opinion. But to go over the deck here real quick, we do play the 4 Searcher Puddings, so just most of your deck, really no explanation for that. 4 Flampe's, she's a 2k, Big Mom, you can search off Pudding, so pretty good card. I would say though, it does help as well whenever you need to get rid of a face-up life, but usually you should not be using that for that reason. But if you need it, it's there. Going to go over the blockers real quick as well. The best blocker out here is the 4 Violas that we play. She puts all your life face down, so you can go ahead and use your pudding effect for next turn again. Ramping as fast as possible, and that's what you're looking for. And then the other blockers will be some triggers. Brule, just a free summon blocker, helps you protect your life at the beginning of the game. And then Saji, a little bit of a bigger blocker, but you do have to trash a card, which is not that big of a deal. It helps you protect your life and get to that end game and just annihilate your opponent. Now, for ramp up stuff, we are playing 6-drop Katakuris. We play 4 of them. Just puts a card face down from your life, ramps up, and usually by that time you should be at 8 Dawn and winning. And sometimes, like I said, mentioning that Flampe, you can Flampe remove that first life, Katakuri, put a card face down, and then you can pudding again to ramp up. So you get 2 ramp ups in that turn. The other 2, Miss All Sunday, it's a pretty good one, has a nice trigger, especially when you're at 10 Dawn, just gets you a free card in hand plus a 5k body. And Bon Clay, just a free active Dawn just for a 4 cost. Going second is really rough with this deck, and Bon Clay just gives you that slight edge for going second with a free ramp up on top of getting another pudding ramp up. So you get 6 Dawn and you end up on 8 Dawn on your opponent's turn. And for the other triggers, we play the 4 Capone Veggies, one of the best I think yellow triggers that's out there. Just stops an attack, maybe enough for you to survive, and it can really be annoying and wrap up a game real quick if you pull multiple in your life. And then 2 Frankies, free draw power, just lets you deck thin as well, and if it is one of your last 2 lives, you just summon another 5 body on top of drawing a card, similar to what Miss All Sunday does. So that's why we only play 2. Now for the big bodies, 9-drop Big Moms, again, just getting rid of a body on field on top of giving you a life. And you don't really care about giving them life, you just get rid of it with the 10-drop Big Moms that we play 4 of. Also searchable, and this Big Mom just summoning 3 can really punish an opponent if they don't take life early on, and it's just annoying to play over general on top of being a 12k beat stick. And then for the last 10-drop, we play only 2 aces. It does help whenever you're low on life and maybe weren't as aggressive as you could, but you don't really want to summon this card if you have other plays like Big Mom and if you're in the lead as well. But sometimes if I have no Big Mom, just summoning this ace, getting a free life, won't get a rush if I'm at 3 or 4 life, but it doesn't matter, you summon another beast stick to try to push for a game for next turn. And then events, 4 more searchers, pretty straightforward. And then another really nasty trigger event, Who Should Disappear. And since we play a lot of 0Ks, it's nice getting rid of that for that 8 counter. Can really help you save a game. But alright, this is the pudding deck. I think it's a really good build here that you should look into. But to prove it, let's go ahead and get into the games. Okay, so we do have a BY Luffy matchup here, which is one of the other meta decks that's currently running around. The mains are Lucci and Doffy, but he did choose to go second, and with this hand, I think, trying to think, because on 1 turn, let's mulligan. I think mulliganing it would be correct here. And this hand is not as great as I wish it was, but it's still doable. We have Bon Clays to gain Dawn, so we'll facilitate that purpose. We just need to outgrind this Luffy player, and he likes going second. He chose to give me first, so if I can ramp up quick enough, get that 10 Dawn turn, we chillin'. He's gonna go ahead and search out a baby Luffy. And he's just gonna pass turn. Let's go ahead and search. We didn't get exactly what we needed, but I will go ahead and get the Cutter Curry that's a little bit better here. And we will swing for 7. Get that extra Rested Dawn. A Veggie. That won't be as helpful if he attacks next turn, but that gives him motive to attack, so if he does attack, we'll just take it so we can cut a curry and then putting again. Flampe. You need more cards, huh? That's fine with me. 9 cards in hand, that's a little bit sick here. So if we can't outpace him, his card advantage is going to be the end of us. So hopefully, again, we need to be really fast here. Gonna attack for 8. Yes, we take it, we take it. We need to take it right now so we can do the Katakuri play. We'll get that extra Dawn. We'll swing for 5, use her effect. So now we'll be on 10 Dawn next turn. And this pudding hopefully gets us a 10 drop. Or a 9 drop. Okay, so we have an option. Since we know we have a Linlin on top, I think I'm going to grab the 9 drop. Because 9 dropping, putting one of his non-5 cost brothers to the bottom of the deck will force him to deal with that with a Flampe or Hiyori. Or a Luffy if he has one. Actually, we at least know one is in the trash, so that's one less Luffy to worry about. Okay, so Hiyori play here. What is he gonna put on top here? I'm guessing either a Sabo or a Luffy. He is gonna go with the Luffy here, which I can't really blame him on that. And he's just gonna swing for 7, I'm guessing? Swing for a little bit more. We're gonna have to take that. The next card is a Frankie, which is excellent and where it's currently located. We just get a free body and a draw. So we're looking pretty good here. I'm not that stressed out anymore. That Luffy will be a problem, so I wish I could bottom one of these cards, but him just discarding a card to get a free draw is a little bit sick. And he'll search himself a Sabo. Okay, that is a-okay. Let's start being a little bit aggressive. We'll Big Mom here. Let's go ahead and discard a Mr. 2. We'll gain a life and Luffy is gonna go to the bottom. I'm not gonna attack his life because if he does have a baby Luffy, that's not gonna be exactly a fun idea for me. So forcing him to have a unknown card and dealing with that maybe with a Flampe or a Hiyori, that's I think what we're gonna really need. And with his current board state, he has all little guys, so we're gonna start pushing for a lot of damage soon. He's gonna Makano. Yep, that's like I mentioned, I'm forcing him to take that unknown card so he can actually play the game. From the feels of it then, definitely a baby Luffy is gonna be coming out. Because I wouldn't see what the point of doing that if you don't have a baby Luffy. And if he doesn't, me summoning Big Mom and pushing for a lot of damage, forcing him to waste a lot of cards would be the play. Because 5 little guys on field, I don't think I'm not scared. You can't scare me with these cards on field, Luffy. So you're gonna have to start summoning something useful, or else you're gonna be in trouble. Flampe. You do not have a baby Luffy. That's even better. So for not only forcing him to waste a card in hand at 2k, he loses a card. But at least he gets to play now. So, win-win, depending on who you're talking to. So I'm assuming Asaba's gonna come out. He's gonna need that blocker protection, especially with us dropping a Big Mom here and swinging with Katakuri and Linlin. He's attacking with Luffy for 7. I don't want him to start being very aggressive at the end here, so I think we're countering out of this. This is a good time to counter out. It's 7, it's just enough for us to not lose too many cards. There's the Sabo. So go ahead and activate your Luffy, trash your Sabo. 2 Sabos, okay. Doubles, oh no, just Luffy and Sabo. Okay, so you're gonna summon Sabo on your next turn. I like it, I like it. Too bad we do have a big mom to get rid of that Luffy and start pushing for a lot of damage, but you can't win it all. And there's the other Sabo that he had and an ace. Okay. Once it's our turn, this is gonna look very spooky for him. Let's just go ahead and immediately drop that Big Mom, trash that Luffy. We will swing for 7, forcing him to at least waste a card in hand. And I'm expecting a block from Sabo here. Yeah, there's the Sabo block. And on next turn, I don't see how he gets out of this. We have 2 big guys on top of Katakuri and Pudding Leader for damage. And even if he gets him up to 9k, he won't have any life remaining. I'm expecting maybe a Moria play. She's gonna, yeah, make sense for him to try to get rid of my guys, but we are gonna counter out of that. Unfortunately for him. And now he is gonna be triggering his Luffy effect. Wondering what cards, okay. Rocket Luffy and Sabo. So he gets another blocker for protection. Gets to stack his hand just a little bit, get rid of all his bad cards. There goes an Ice Age. Maybe he has another Ice Age in hand then? I'm assuming, possibly, maybe. I think we're gonna try to go for game here. I'm not gonna summon anything from my hand, we'll keep Ace 4 later. And I think we should have enough from what I can see here. Yep, there goes another Ice Age. So with 2 cards in hand, and 1 life, and 1 blocker, I think we got this. We got this in the bag. Alright. Garp. Being a big man over here. We're just gonna counter out of this. 7 will counter with Capone. And now I think you just lose. Okay, yeah, no, he had nothing. Let's just get rid of his Garp. 1 less guy on the field to worry about. And I'm not gonna Big Mom here. We're just, like I said previously, just gonna push for damage. Let's start with a 12 attack on Luffy, forcing him to take a card or block. He's gonna block that. Let's attack for another 9. And then I think 2 9s will seal the deal. Unless this is this game right here, he needs to have a 2k and a 1k. Yep, that is game here. So, another wonderful game here. We went first, we did exactly what Pudding did, and we ended up taking the win for that. So, let's go ahead and hop into the next game and see how we do in that one. Looks like we are playing against the top tier deck, and another one, Doflamingo. This deck is pretty good. And he chose to go second. You want me to go first? Well, we do got a Bon Clay here, but we don't have a Viola or a Katakuri, which is what I'm mainly looking for. So, I'm gonna... yeah, this is a good choice. I'm gonna mulligan. And we got into a way more nastier hand. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves a Big Mom. Pass our turn, see what he does. At this point, we will just attack for 6 and do the same play. Viola blocker, flip our cards face down. And he will decide to rearrange, so no Sengoku, so 1 less searcher that I have to worry about. Ain't gonna complain about that. But, alright, you place your cards on top, so you do like it. Ooh, another Big Mom. Let's start poking him. 6, get a Restodon, Pudding, and Mr. 2. No triggers. That's fine. Let's flip him down, pass our turn, see what he do. And we're definitely gonna not make the mistake as we did with Bonnie. We're just gonna block her out of this immediately because he has Law and he can just bounce his Viola back to my hand. Not what I'm trying to do here. Unless he does it now. I will just have to find out. Show me Law. No, a Boa. I'm perfectly fine with that. That is A-okay in my books. Yeah, we're blocking. No. Ooh. So we have 6 Dawn. How do I want to do it? I don't really want another Viola at this point, so... Let's summon Bon Clay first to get that extra Dawn, and then we'll swing into Boba for 8 to activate her effect again and put us up to 8 Dawn for a 10 Dawn play for next turn. You're gonna counter out of it, I feel like. You need the Boa. Yeah. Okay. What did you get rid of? A Crocodile and a Jozu. Okay. That's fine. We have a Big Mom, so we can just bottom deck that Boa against to the bottom of life. That's like one of the best plays you can do against Doffy. Just getting rid of that Boa. It's a blocker with a 6k on top of that, so it's not like you're getting rid of a 5k. You're still getting rid of that big 6k booties. Let's take that. I'm fine with taking. I'm not that afraid of putting up 6 cards in hand. Like, if you're putting me here, you're silly. 5? You know, Viola block. That's kind of wild that you even attempted to do that. Now, let's deploy Big Mom. We'll trash the event. We'll gain a life. We'll bottom life Boa. So he's at 6 life now. We'll attach 6 into Weevil. Attack that boy. Counter out of it. I'm pretty confident you're gonna counter out of it. Yeah. Then we'll swing into Bon Clay for 6 again, forcing you to get rid of another 2k since you dropped the 2k here. Yeah. Oh, really? What? Okay. Discarding a Law. Sure, we'll pass our turn here. And then we're gonna summon Big Mom here and start reducing his life. You can go, Bon Clay. Thank you for your services. If he attacks me for 8 with Doflamingo, I think I will just disappear in Pudding. Ooh, Boa. Put the cards on top of the deck, so okay, he knows what he's summoning. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. I gotta swing for 8 maybe? 8 would suck, 7 would be fine. Nope, he decided to do the 8 play, it makes sense. Can't complain about that. Moria, Admi Hawk? Nope, Crocodile. I'll take that though. Sanji. Good stuff. Let's discard Disappear, then we'll block out of Weevil. Or actually, now that I think about it, I don't have to do that. We'll just take that. And we're gonna use Sanji as an attacker to get rid of the Pudding. Or not Pudding, Perona. Or, wait, what am I talking about? I don't care about that Perona. Let's just swing for 5 into Moria. We're not gonna use her effect. No point. What you gonna do? Gonna counter out of that. Attack for 5? Are you gonna block that? Thinking. He is gonna counter. And then let's swing into Weevil, get rid of the 6k. So 2 cards in hand. Yeah, you're gonna let him go, I was gonna say. You're not gonna drop 2 cards on him. And then get rid of a Pudding. Pass. So now I have 3 life. He has 4 guys technically, but I can definitely counter out of it. Oh no, my Red Rock. My Big Mom. That's perfectly fine. We got another one in hand anyway. So Red Rock just wasted a couple of cards in his hand. Oh, whiff. What a whiff. We'll take that. Veggie. I'll just keep it in my hand for a 2k. Might as well. No. Is your bow? No, your bow ain't gonna attack. That's fine by me. Let's swing 5 into Moria, not use her effect. No, we don't need that. Big Mom attack your face. You take. And then will Big Mom gain a life, trash your life. Ooh, goodbye Boba. And pass. So now you're... do you give up? I think he gave up. Yeah. Oh wow, that was a immediate gave up. I clicked so fast that I left the game, but no. As you saw, that Doffy player did not like what he saw. He just realized he cannot beat this deck, and Pudding is a wild deck against the meta. It beats Lucci, it beats Doflamingo, it beats Anella as well. It's a little bit rougher matchup, but look into this deck, extremely fun, and you guys take care and have a great rest of your day.